Hi, this is Carl, and this is another SOP video for managed service providers. In the last couple of videos, I've been using the analogy of a conveyor belt to talk about how tickets move through your system. Last time I talked about making sure that everything is visible at some point. Today I want to talk about the flow of tickets based on statuses. So if you think in terms of statuses, how a ticket gets into your system, goes through your system, and gets out of your system is all based on statuses. So many ticketing systems come with roughly 6 billion statuses that you will never use. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but many of them come with 40, 50, 60 statuses that you will never use. You should disable them, delete them, turn them off. I don't know who comes up with this stuff, but I have managed systems from companies as large as HP's Roseville plant in California, and I promise you, there is absolutely never a need for more than 15 statuses, and most of you can do just fine with about 10 or 12. So think about how logically something moves through your system. It's new, it gets acknowledged, and then it's going to get either scheduled, or it's going to be assigned, or it's going to be in a big bucket called ready to work, or something like that. Personally, I'm not a big fan of scheduling. It's a different video, but having that big bucket of things that are ready to work makes sense. So if you then have just logical statuses, and I've got a graph of the map that I use to map statuses. If you think about where a ticket is at any point, you should be able to look at each ticket by status, and it should make sense that you have a bunch here, but you only have a few over here. I reserve in progress to be actually in real time a technician is working on something right now. So if I have 6 technicians, I can have at most 6 tickets in progress. So you have to figure out what you want to do, but basically you should develop your map of how things go through your system. Activate only the statuses that are equivalent to that map and get rid of everything else. You can have, where you can have legitimate bloat would be on hold. You could say it's on hold pending a test, on hold pending a vendor, on hold pending payment, on hold pending service manager, on hold pending the client, right? But you can see how that gets big really fast, and it might be better to just narrow it down to just 2 or 3 different on hold statuses. Other things that are out there, there's all kinds of statuses that if you look at your technicians and you say, what does that mean? If a technician can't tell you what a status means, they're never going to use it. And if a service manager doesn't know what a status means, they're not going to know what to do with it. Same thing with a service coordinator, same thing with a technician. So you should have a small number of statuses. They should make logical sense based on your standard operating procedures, and they should all be something that everyone is actually going to use. There should be no rare statuses in any system. Once you do that, everything stays on the conveyor belt and nothing falls off to the side unnoticed because it has a status that nobody pays any attention to. For Small Biz Thoughts, this is Carl Palachuk, wishing you the best of luck in your managed service business. Like it if you like it, share it with your friends, and absolutely subscribe to the channel.